This week I'm talking about clary sage and blue lotus essential oils and the effect that they have on the etheric field in other videos. But I want to talk about an exercise you can do with either clary sage or with blue lotus to really be able to increase your spiritual awareness. So I'm going to use my favourite tool. We're going to massage here in an 8. We're also going to massage just gently round our eyes. If you look at ancient Egyptian pictures, you'll see that actually their eyeshadow looks like they're looking through the blue lotus. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put the oil, either oil will do, just gently, don't pull the skin. We want to kind of get the feeling that we are looking through the clary sage and looking through the blue lotus. Okay. And then we're going to do eye exercises. And to be clear, you could do these eye exercises without your essential oils, but it's really good to be able to use the oil to get your memory to remember, okay, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what you're, so this is for, imagine, for example, you were using clary sage for your hormones and you want your body to go, actually, yes, I do want you to have balanced hormones, but I really want you to be switching on perception. Body starts to remember. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some eye exercises, which are often used to increase perception if you have problems with macular degeneration. And the reason for that is because if you're working with earth elementals or nature spirits, and I guess I don't know like human spirits like ghosts or whatever, but that's not my field of experience, but I would have thought the same applies. That often you'll see them in the peripheral vision, and if you turn and look at them, they're gone, right? So you kind of want to, what you're using is a different sort of way of using your eyes. And that is because of the way that the optic lens works. So if you're doing bee shamanism work and you want to watch a bee and you don't want to sort of move too much, then this is really good because your eyes become much stronger and your field of vision becomes much wider. So your everything that you're perceiving is bigger, and this has real world benefits in terms of you can see traffic coming better, all of that stuff. So this is something really, it's a bit like doing Sudoku. We should all be doing it all the time, but we don't. But this will really improve your spiritual perception. So what we're going to do is we're going to look up. I dread to think what it's going to be like, and then we're going to look over there. And then we're going to look over there, now the hard one, down there, looking down, and then we're going to come up and we're going to look at this, at our nose, and then we're going up again. We're going to go to the side, down, right down, back to the nose. I dread to think what that looked like. So what we're kind of doing is a figure of 8. But rather than just rolling the eyes, we're actually seeing this time, right? So we've learned we're going to move our eyes, but we're actually going to see. So look as high up there as you can. And then we're going to move to the side and we're going to look as far over to the side as we can. And then we're going to look as far down to the side as we can. As far down. And the chances are you're looking inside your eyes, which is properly weird when you do this. And you go to the end, oh, and you notice, oh, okay, my vision just really went strange. So when you look up to your nose, you're actually looking at a different field of vision to what you would normally do. That's cool. We want to develop that. Going up to the side. Don't forget, we're looking, not just, we're actually seeing what's up there. We're seeing as far down to the side of the shed as possible for me. We're seeing all the rubbish you picked up earlier on the floor. Seeing your big belly and back up to the nose, and look at that nose, and you are going to feel very strange It is really strange because you are really stretching muscles that you don't use. But remember, not only are we stretching the muscles, but we're actually learning to see further to the side than possible. Now, the reason why I said 2 oils, because they work differently. So Blue Lotus specifically is to see things of beauty and also the ancestors. So if you're doing sort of mediumship work, or you want to kind of look past to try to sort of tap into priestess lineages of long ago, then Blue Lotus is your deal. But if you want to see outside of ordinary reality here, in terms of nature spirits, in terms of nymphs, then also you can use clary sage, which is cheaper and more accessible. But there's just a little sort of play on words that I want you to consider. Why would the ancients have decided that Blue Lotus, the water lily, would be called Nymphaea? That's how you're going to get the nymphs, right? The beauty, the old lineages, that's Blue Lotus. So practice. And to be clear, this is an exercise that we will do every day, maybe 4 or 5 times a day, relentlessly. The more that we do it, the better we get at it, and the less sick you feel after doing 2 rotations, which I do because I haven't done it for ages. But you'll really start to notice that you see things outside of what you're looking at. You know, you're doing the gardening and things happen over here. I don't need to look because I can see it. I can carry on gardening and I can see it, you know. So this is a really great exercise. So if you have found this useful and you're interested in ways that you can put this knowledge to work, I would remind you that booking is now open for my Luminous Garments course, working with the aura, vibrational aromatherapy for the aura, where we learn to douse the problems within the etheric field and then be able to work out what colours are happening and the nature of those colours and what that tells us about the problems and the opportunities we find in the etheric fields, so that we can start using essential oils to deal with them. It's very influenced by the work of Hildegard of Bingen, because her theory was that plants really affect the Viriditas, which brings a greening of the spirit, and that is what brings health. So within Luminous Garments, we'll be looking at how to douse and actually be able to see a physical template of the body and how we can put that to work. And so if that's interesting to you, the next video tells you about the course.